If it's possible to get your ex back, how do you know when the right time is to move on? I'm Benny Lichtenwallner. I help people get their exes back. And this answer obviously is a very personal choice. And the reason why it's a personal choice is because you literally have another chance with your ex every 3 to 6 months, depending on what mistakes were made, depending on, is your ex in a rebound or whatever the case is. And I realize that's pretty hard for you to process because the breakup is pretty intense. Your ex seems totally closed off to you. It seems like it's going to be that way forever. But I can illustrate the fact that it won't be that way forever. You can call up any of your other exes right now, and as long as they're single, there's a pretty good shot you could have a chance with them also after all this time. And that same factor, time and letting go, it also affects your standing with your ex over time. It may not happen in the time frame that you want it to, while you're still desperately stuck on them and just like hyper focused on getting them back. Yeah, you may not get him back in that time frame, but at some point you'll have another chance with your ex. And usually this happens every 3 to 6 months. You kind of have another shot, but you have to be aware of it, right? Because if they don't come back to you, you need to know that you can go to them. If you're worried about how to go to your ex, that's different, right? You can do it in this very casual way where you don't overextend yourself past the effort that your ex is putting in. And you can kind of test the waters and work from there in a way that doesn't lower you and says, hey, person that dumped me, here I am, just crawling back towards you. No, it's not like that. But because you're going to have another chance, really from now until eternity, insofar as they're single, you need to decide for yourself when you've put enough effort in to where you feel like, all right, this is kind of a lost cause in comparison to going out and finding somebody new. Some people are too scared to look at that comparison because they don't want to go out into the dating world. It's uncomfortable. They don't want to go find somebody new. And it's, a lot of people aren't as good as your ex at first when you're dating. And it's a hassle and, you feel wrong and it feels weird and all this stuff. But sometimes you have to get back out there because that person's being too resistant or they have too many problems. And it's not good for your life to go back after them, your ex. So no TikTok creator is going to be able to tell you when it's time to move on. You can have another chance from now until eternity with your ex, even if they got married. I have couples that run off and start entire different families, and they get married and have kids, and then they have entire divorces, and then they get back together, right? So this story really never ends if you don't want it to, and that's the danger because some people aren't worth that amount of focus, but only you can decide that. And if you want my help getting your ex back, you click into my profile, click this link right here where it says Stan Store, tell me your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.